Hey guys, welcome back to Retro Magazines and Patterns. My name is Sophie, and today I pulled a Needlecraft for today from March and April of 1982 to flip through with you. I have just gotten my hands on a bunch of these Needlecraft for Today magazines, and I'm a big fan of them. I've never flipped through them before, but when I went through these, I just thought there were so many unique patterns and a lot of inspiration. So we'll flip through this. I do also have a little surprise for you guys at the end, so stick around to see that. But let's go ahead and get into this one. I will note that we're going to see all of the patterns up front, and then the instructions and the actual patterns themselves will be in the back. So we'll take time to look through those. I won't stick on them too long because I know that most people aren't going to want to like actually watch a bunch of writing while we just stand there and look at it. But let's go ahead and take a look at what they do have for us in here. So this magazine has a lot of really cool pieces up front. Like right here, they're doing an introduction to applique lace. So you can see this pair of slip, with this lace insert. I like that. I think that's really nice. I don't even think people use slips that often anymore. That's a nice way to add a little feminine touch to it. Here we have the forum with guest speaker Rosalie Hammer, embroidery hoops and frames. And here is some information on the next issue. So they're going to have some sundresses and quilts. We have some questions and answers from readers, products of interest. Okay, here, catalogs of kits and patterns, stitch in time, what's happening, some ads here. Okay, so first off with the patterns, we have the lovely cover girl here in the Victorian crocheted wedding dress, and we also have a beautiful knit wedding dress here. So I really enjoyed these. She was on the cover, and that's kind of what grabbed my attention to this issue because I have seen, especially recently, a handful of people who are really adept at crochet and knitting, making their own wedding dress with those two means, crochet and knitting. And I always found that to be scary but really inspiring because that's a big part of your big day is your dress. So to undertake that and get it just right so that you're happy with it, that's a big gamble in my book, I think. But I really like these. This one is my favorite. I don't know if this is two pieces, but even just this top would be a really lovely piece to make, if not for a wedding, even just to wear, like office wear, wearing out for the day, brunch. It's really pretty. And then you still have this piece here, this two-piece here. If I remember correctly, I think they do give you a pattern to make the skirt shorter, but the blouse top is really lovely, and I love these ribbon, the woven in ribbons. Those are really pretty. It's a nice touch. You have the little gloves, the bride's gloves, and the hat band too. So they have the patterns for all of those in here. So we have a quilt, and here it just looks like a small square, but you can see down here it does cover the full bed, and that's really lovely. I, again, have not quilted any in my time as a crafter, but I would love to get a little bit better at it. I'm more interested in learning some hand quilting than I am the machine quilting at this point, but that's a really pretty kind of simple but lovely quilt. Here it looks like there are some patterns available for canvas, plastic canvas, and inlay boxes, because what lady can't use a little box to hold some trinkets, right? And also, I've said this before, but they would make a lovely little extra touch if you're going to be gifting somebody a small trinket, like a piece of jewelry or something. Okay, so I love amigurumi and plush and toys. I think I've mentioned that before. So this really grabbed my attention. You have these adorable little, this is the Easter bunny and the little lamb. That's crocheted. We have the knit bunny family with the clothing. And then the sewn bunny, duck, and dress. And I was looking at these thinking, I don't even know which one I would start with, but I actually think I want to start with this little lamb because I don't know, I have a thing for little crochet and knit lambs. I'm currently making Lollipop the lamb from a previous video that we looked at. So I will let you guys see Lollipop when that's all done, but she may be next on my list. I really like that one. And I love these little glued on felt eyelashes. I like that touch too. That's cute. We don't do a lot of that anymore. So here we have the spring fashions in luscious colors. And yes, very, very 1980s. Got the hats, the colors, but these totally translate for today. I love this top right here. I think you can wear it exactly as it looks here today and you would get a lot of compliments on it. This cardigan's really nice. There may or may not be some shoulder pads in there. So, you know, do what you like with that, but that's a nice cardigan as well. And the sweater, both of these look really cozy, really nice. I can't see those looking out of fashion even today. Now this one may be a bit dated, maybe not. But this is done using a technique called Croc, which was, according to this article, developed by Libby Shute. And she says that Croc is a technique that she developed, which gives crochet a knitted appearance. Also, when we get back to the pattern, it does state that this is no-sew, which I find interesting. Not sure if that means the same that it does today when we talk about no-sew crochet patterns, but I'm interested to see exactly what they mean by no-sew with that. Here is a really nice pattern for these sewn tunics with the embroidery on them, and you can see like right here this bird, like how beautiful is that? So if you embroider, this would be a great way to show off your handiwork. Those are lovely pieces. Oh, the pillows. Okay, so I saw these and immediately put one on my list. Can you guess which one it is? Let me know which one you think it is in the comments, and then I'll tell you. I want to make this pineapple pillow. I thought it was a lot of fun. I was looking at the pattern for it, and it actually looks to be a lot easier than the appearance would suggest. If I'm correct, and I haven't read the pattern completely through, but I think it really is nothing more than a series of knit squares that you're stitching together. So that would be a really fun pattern to sit and knit while you're just, you know, doing something else, watching TV, talking to a family member. Just, you don't have to put too much attention into it, just some knit squares. But it looks so much fun, and I really want to give this guy a try. So I'm going to give this one a try. I do think this corn on the cob is hilarious, and I really like it. The fuzz coming off the end there. But all of these pillows are really fun in their own right. I like this quilted tulips. That's gorgeous. That would look so pretty in any home. Just, you know, mix up the colors if you want. Lovely. You have the little meadowlark cross-stitch pillow. These look to be maybe Bargello to me. The penguin family, and then this cute little lace top pillow here with the paisleys and the bird. And then here they are giving you instructions on how to refurbish a trunk with needlepoint. And this just really caught my attention for the simple fact that this magazine is giving us so much inspiration. It's not just having us make a plush or knit a sweater. You know, it's saying, hey, you can refurbish a trunk with some needlepoint here, or you can knit your own wedding dress. Just really making your mind think in some different ways. And when you're a crafter, a maker, a knitter, a crocheter, sometimes you find yourself hitting a wall with your inspiration. So that's another reason why I enjoy going through these. Here's the pattern section. So it's just going to give you all the patterns, and then there is an instruction section that's separate as well. So you may see some graphs for some of the knitted projects and crocheted projects in here, needlepoint, but the instructions are going to be a little bit further on. So the first thing they do is they do go over how to enlarge some of these patterns if you need to do that. all of these patterns are going to be available for download in my Patreon too. So if you're interested in doing any of these, you can head over there. They should be there. If they're not right away, it just means I got backed up a little bit with the scanning, but I'm working on it, I promise. Here is a big section here on embroidery hoops and frames. I actually do have a vintage embroidery frame that I have yet to pull out of the vintage box and use, because it does take a bit of investment of time and space, which I have not had a lot of either recently. So, but soon I'd like to take it out and have a go at it. Okay, so here are some graphs for the Summer Color Burst Twin Set needlepoint boxes. We have, here's the penguin pillow. Here is the pattern for the sewn duck. So you would just trace them, cut them out, stitch them up. I need to get my sewing machine out and make some of these because these are really cute. This is the bunny. So it has the bunny pieces as well as the dress pieces. Okay, so here is Jackie's tulip quilt. Some more over here. Perforated paper box. So you just have to make sure that you're keeping an eye out on these because they're kind of mixed up a little bit. I think, you know, obviously they're just trying to maximize the space that they have. This is the pattern for the Happy Hands blouse. So this would be an instance, I believe, where you're going to want to enlarge these. Unless you're making it for an American Girl doll, which would also be adorable. But you're going to need to enlarge these patterns. But it's, you know, I mean, if you're just doing it for the embroidery, find one at the thrift store and embroider it. But the inspiration is there. So it does give you some instructions for the embroidery there. Here's the graph for the Meadowlark cross-stitch pillow and the needle lace pillow top. If you do that kind of work, I've never done that, but if you are talented enough to do that, that is the pattern. And here are the needlepoint trunk pieces. Okay, so here is the instructions space. We have, it gives, the guest speaker was talking about the embroidery hoops and frames. We saw that earlier. Here's some more information there. So it starts with the knit wedding dress, and it calls for about 8 1.4 ounce balls for the top. And I think it says here 4.5 for the short skirt, 8 for the long skirt. So that's not a terrible amount. I guess I thought it would be more. But the pattern goes from here down to here and then ends right here. Here is the pattern for the two-piece Victorian wedding gown and hatband in crochet. This one is calling for between 7,000 to 7,500 yards of bedspread cotton. It says that they used 14 500-yard balls of giant mercerized crochet cotton. That doesn't sound like too much, honestly, for a full-length dress, but I do really like that one. I'd say besides the pineapple pillow, I think this one is one of my favorite patterns in here. So this pattern does go from here all the way over to here. And then ends over here. So that is a large pattern, but again, lovely. And then the crocheted wedding half gloves are over here and end over here. So you get the hat round, the dress, and then the half gloves all together. Here are the instructions for the quilt, the needlepoint boxes. We have some over here, butterfly jewelry box insert. Okay, over here we get to the 32-inch bunny. I didn't realize it was 32 inches. 32-inch bunny and clothes. So there they are up there again, in case you forgot which ones they were. But it's giving you the little written instructions that you might need. It goes all the way over to here with the duck. And then here is the pattern starting for the knitted rabbit family. which, considering that you're making a whole family of rabbits and their clothing, this pattern goes all the way to here. So that is not terribly long. Here we get up to the crocheted rabbit. There they are again, so cute. Down here, and then up here is the crocheted lamb, and ends here. So those are really cute. Spring's coming up. We have Easter coming up. You may want to work some of those up and have them sitting around. Very adorable. Here we get to the Summer Color Burst twin set. And then right into the raglan pullover and the striped summer pullover. And then here you can see we have the No Sew Granny Sweater using Croc. So it looks like it's giving us some instructions for maybe connecting them without actual sewing. So, but it's, I mean, that's a fun sweater. Man or woman, it is a fun sweater. And we all know that granny squares can come in so many countless color combinations. So here are the instructions for the short sleeve tappy hands blouse with the embroidery that we were looking at earlier. And some more instructions as far as that's concerned, because you're going to have to sew that if you don't already have something you're going to work on. Over here starts the fruit and vegetable pillows. So you have the corn on the cob first, and now I'm starting to think that maybe I might want to do corn on the cob because that pillow is hilarious. Pineapple, bunch of grapes, tomato. Please let me know if you are going to make a fruit or vegetable pillow too. We can show ours off together on Instagram or something, because I just think they're a lot of fun. Here's the needle lace pillow top. We have some hairpin lace tutorial here. Meadowlark cross stitch tulip patch pillow, needlepoint penguins pillow, and then here is the applique needlepoint for trunk information. Okay, so that is the end of this issue of Needlecraft for today. Let me know what you guys thought about this one. I really enjoyed these. I have a bunch more that I'd like to go through as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one too. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to make any of these patterns. You can definitely share them with me on Instagram too. It's the same as the YouTube channel. It's just at Retro Magazines and Patterns on Instagram. Tag me, let me see what you make. Now, I also did want to share with you guys, if you've watched my previous video with the Annie's Crochet newsletter, I had a pattern in there that I thought was really fun and cute, small. It was called Boy on Skis, I believe. Well, I made him up myself, and I wanted to share him with you guys. See what you guys thought. He was really fun to make. He didn't take very long at all. He took like an afternoon to make, really, because it was really just the head, the body. You stitch the arms separate, sew them on, the little hat. The skis took no time whatsoever, and little toothpick ski poles. But he came out really cute. I liked him. He goes right on my shelf with all my other little plushy toy makes that I keep up there. But he came out real easy. So let me know if you guys like him. If you want to see some more of the things that I've made, I'd be happy to share them with you guys. But Boy on Skis, I really enjoyed him. So that is the end of this issue today. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. I'd appreciate it. But until the next one, I will see you guys then. Have a good day. Bye.